Hello, thank you for joining me for a yoga for stress release. Okay, I'd like to invite you to start in a comfortable seated position on your mat. Once you find yourself in that position, go ahead and just do a little rock back and forth to root our sitting bones into the earth. Sitting with our spine straight, our shoulders down and away from our ears. We tend to hold a lot of stress and tension in our shoulders and our backs. And retraining ourselves to sit with this good posture will help relieve any stress or tension that we might be thinking or feeling as we move throughout our practice today. And then when you're ready, with either eyes closed or open, hands can be anywhere that you'd like them. One hand over heart, one hand over belly, hands on the knees, whatever's best for you. I'd like to invite you to start by engaging the nervous system. To do that, we'll breathe in through the nose and we'll hold that breath for a few counts and then we'll exhale. We'll inhale again, and this time we'll start at the bottom of the lungs, filling them all the way to the top. And as we exhale, we'll let go of all of that air. And as we inhale from our lungs all the way from the bottom to the top, we'll breathe in peace and tranquility. And then as we exhale, we'll let go of all of the stress, all of the tension that's being held within our bodies. And then when you're ready, go ahead and choose a mantra for your practice today. It can be anything that you want. My mantra, for example, is peace follows me everywhere I go, but go ahead and choose whatever's best for you. We'll be here for a couple more breaths. Okay. And then when you're ready, if your hands are already on your knees or your ankles, feel free to leave them there. If they're somewhere else, feel free to move them down to the ankles or the knees. Again, being mindful to sit with that spine straight, keeping our shoulders down and away from our ears. We'll tilt our head forward gently, just bringing the chin towards the chest. Just remembering to breathe as we move in and out of postures. That breath is going to help us stay centered and focused. Focusing on our breath is also a great way to release any stress or tension. And when you're ready, we'll bring our head back to center, and this time we'll tilt our head towards the right side. So we'll bring that right ear towards the right shoulder. And when you're ready, coming back to center, and we'll switch sides this time. So we'll bring the left ear towards the left shoulder. And when you're ready, we'll bring our head back to center. And this time again, with either eyes closed or coming to a soft gaze, we'll bring that right arm behind us. We'll bring the left hand in front. We'll gaze over that right shoulder. And when you're ready, we'll come back to center. We'll switch sides. We'll bring that right hand in front and the left hand in back. And then when you're ready, we'll bring our hands back to center. This time we'll leave that right hand on the mat. We'll bring that left hand overhead and we'll bend gently to the side, opening up the left side of the body. And when you're ready, switching sides, we'll bring that left hand down. We'll bring the right hand up overhead and be here for a few breaths. And when you're ready, we'll place our hands on the mat in front of us. We'll swing our legs around, coming towards that tabletop position, making sure that our joints are stacked neatly to protect them. We'll keep those knees directly underneath the hips, the wrists directly underneath the elbows, and the elbows directly underneath the shoulders. From here, we'll engage our core just to protect that lumbar spine. As we inhale for cat, we'll start at the base of the spine, ending at the top of the head. And then as we exhale for cow, starting at the base of the spine, ending at the top of the head. And then go ahead and run through a few of those at your own pace, holding each as long as you'd like. And once you've evened that out any way that you need, bring your knees towards the edge of the mat, bring our sitting bones towards our feet, and we'll come towards child's pose. Taking a few moments here in this child's pose just to acknowledge any sort of distraction that we might be thinking or feeling. We'll acknowledge it for what it is and allow it to go and allow ourselves to be present in the moment. Just focusing on that breath, the way it feels as it enters and leaves our bodies. We'll take a few more deep breaths here. And then when you're ready, we'll curl our toes and we'll meet in our first down dog. Again, just a friendly reminder, engaging that core will help us protect our lumbar spine. Bringing our heels towards the edge of the mat. Option to pedal out the feet if you'd like. We'll be here for a few breaths. And from here, we'll walk our feet towards our hands. We'll reverse our swan dive, bringing our hands overhead. Nice little back bend if you'd like. Taking a few breaths. And when you're ready, we'll bring our hands to heart center. We'll hinge from our hips, coming towards our forward fold, bringing the hands towards either the up block or the mat. We'll take a few breaths here. And from here, we'll inhale for half lift. We'll exhale for forward fold. We'll inhale for half lift. We'll exhale for forward fold. We'll inhale. We'll exhale. And then when you're ready, we'll meet again on down dog. Again, option to bring the heels towards the mat or pedal out the feet if you'd like. And then when you're ready, we'll come towards our plank, knees or toes, lowering gently to cobra. We'll be here for a few breaths. And when you're ready, we'll meet again in down dog. Walking our feet towards our hands. Reversing our swan dive, bringing our hands overhead, little back bend. And as we move towards our sun salutation B, I'd like to invite you to move towards chair pose. So make sure that we keep just a few inches between the knees and the feet, making sure that we can see those big toes inside of the knees, not allowing them to knock together. That'll protect our joints here. We'll take a couple more breaths in this chair pose. Option to twist towards either side if you'd like, only if it's comfortable for your body. Option to move towards the other side if you'd like. Bringing our hands towards the mat. From here, we'll meet again in down dog. We'll be here for a few breaths. From here, we'll come towards our plank, knees or toes, lowering gently. We'll be here for a couple breaths. And when you're ready, we'll meet again in down dog. This time, we'll raise that right leg towards the ceiling, bending the knee hip opener if you'd like. Bringing that right foot through towards the hands, and from here we'll come up towards warrior one. Again, making sure that we can see the big toes on the inside of that right knee. And when you're ready, we'll bring our hands towards the mat, meeting again in down dog. We'll be here for a few breaths. From here, we'll come towards our plank, knees or toes, lowering gently. We'll be here for a few breaths. And then when you're ready, we'll meet again in down dog. This time we'll raise that left leg towards the ceiling, bending the knee hip opener if you'd like. Bringing that left foot through towards the hands and then coming up again towards warrior one. And when you're ready, we'll bring our hands towards the mat, meeting again in down dog. Coming again towards our plank, knees or toes. We'll lower gently. We'll be here for a few breaths. And then when you're ready, we'll meet again in down dog. Looking our feet towards our hands. Reversing our swan dive, bringing our hands overhead. Again, nice little back bend. We'll take a few breaths here. And then when you're ready, we'll bring our hands to heart center. And we'll meet again in chair pose. Option to twist towards either side. Option to twist towards the other side. And then when you're ready, we'll come towards a neutral standing position. We'll take just a moment to wobble out our legs. Taking a few breaths. Okay, and from here we'll move towards the edge of the mat, coming towards mountain pose. So with our feet planted firmly into the earth, we'll bring our palms towards the wall or whatever's in front of us. We'll roll our shoulders back slightly, engaging the core on the glutes. Nice heart opener, nice chest expansion. We'll take a big deep breath in, holding that air, and then we'll exhale. As you stand in this powerful grounding mountain pose, you may find yourselves wanting to sway back and forth a little bit. You may just want to stand your ground and be a strong, tall mountain. Allowing our bodies to naturally breathe, again, just feeling the way that breath feels. Couple more breaths. And this time we'll turn towards the edge of the mat. We were not on last time. From here, we'll hinge from our hips, coming towards that forward fold. When you're ready, we'll meet again in down dog. We'll take a few breaths. And from here, we'll bring our knees towards the edge of the mat. Bringing our sitting bones towards our feet, we'll be here for a few breaths. And when you're ready, we'll come back towards that tabletop position. This time we'll thread our needle, so we'll bring our right hand towards the ceiling. We'll bring it through in between the left arm and the left leg, and we'll bring that right cheek towards the mat. Coming back again towards center. This time we'll switch sides, so we'll bring that left hand towards the ceiling, bringing it in between the right arm and the right leg, bringing that cheek towards the mat. And when you're ready, we'll come back towards tabletop, and this time we'll move towards pigeon. So we'll bring the right leg in between the left arm and the left leg. Option to bring a block or something underneath the hip so we don't jump into that left hip, or that right hip rather. We'll be here for a few breaths. And then when you're ready, we'll switch sides. Coming back towards tabletop, bringing that left foot in between the right arm and the right leg, sitting back, and we'll be here for a few breaths. And when you're ready, we'll come out of that position. And this time we'll swing around, coming onto our backs, coming towards our Shavasana, or our place of rest. And as we lay here in the Shavasana, this last meditative pose, we'll take a deep breath in, and then we'll do a loud, audible exhale out, letting go of all that stress. Taking a moment here just to be mindful of any sort of stress or tension we might be thinking or feeling. We'll acknowledge it for what it is and allow it to go, and allow ourselves to be fully present in the moment, using that breath to keep us centered. We'll take about a minute of meditated silence here. Then when you're ready, there's no rush. Take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. That's re-engaging that nervous system. Wiggling the fingers and the toes and finding some sort of small movement within the limbs. And then when you're ready, we'll roll over onto the side, coming towards that fetal position. Coming back up towards that nice easy seat that we started in. Again, just rocking back and gently, shoulders down and away from the ears. We'll take another deep breath in and then out. And I'd like to invite you to use that breath at any point throughout the rest of your day, throughout the rest of your week. You feel yourself feeling tense or feeling some sort of stress. I'd like to invite you to use that breath to calm the nervous system. Bring yourself back to center. And then when you're ready, we'll bring our hands to heart center. We'll bow for namaste. All right, thank you so much for joining me today. Feel free to check out the other videos on our website is listed below. Have a great day.